Welcome to Everything Life and Real Estate. Let's get started with our hosts, Linda McKissack and Dana Gentry.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Everything Life and Real Estate. I'm Linda McKissack.
And I'm Dana Gentry.
Hey, Dana. I am super excited today because we're going to talk about a course that I took recently. If you've listened to this podcast very long or you know me very well, you know one of my, what is it? One of my hurdles I've not been able to get over, me and poor Mo and Oprah, we're all in the same boat. And that is after having press at like 32, I had 50 pounds, could not lose it no matter what I tried. And people who know me know I've tried everything. So It wasn't from a lack of trying. But over the years, I've decided that I needed to understand, not just a flash in the pan diet or any of those things, but I needed to really understand what was going on uniquely with my body.
Yeah.
Because literally I would sign up for, when intermittent fasting first came out, I listened to all the podcasts on it. I did it, and everybody else lost all this weight and I'd lost none. Mm-hmm. So I would switch and do something else, and I would do carnivore or whatever, and keto, everything. I've tried it all. And so I finally realized, okay, after listening to enough YouTubes, everybody needs to understand science, literally science of your body and how it works. So finally, I think I've unlocked the key. For me, I don't know what it is for everybody else. You got to do the experiment of one to figure out what it is. But I think my real journey started a few years ago when I struggled with major fatigue, and I had struggled with some mold and some Lyme and different things like that. And I found, I started out, I was just going to do this program with my daughter, which is bee venom therapy, where you actually get bees. And once you're healthy enough and your markers get right, you're going to get bees, and they're going to actually start to sting you from your spine all the way top of your head. Most people think, what in the world? But trust me, I saw people go from crippled, people had written them off in the hospital, to they could barely function, to be full functioning human beings. So if someone is this sick, this program is exactly what they need. Well, unfortunately, I couldn't get my markers to a place to be able to do it because I have such high inflammation in the body. Yeah. So I kept searching for answers and figuring out what it was. So I'd watched this lady's program come across my feed a couple of times. Her name is Dr. Boz, B-O-Z. And she started out as internal medicine, and then she worked with people with addictions and different things like that. But before that, a year and a half before that or so, I had stumbled onto carnivore. And I'm one of those people that if I eat too many vegetables or certain kinds of vegetables, I just stay bloated and inflamed.
Me
and
too.
It's so goes against everything everybody teaches you. Mm-hmm. So I started carnivore, and I probably was carnivore for the last, I would say even good 2 years, about 90% most of the time. And if I get off of it, I would get right back on it. And again, I'd be in these forums and everybody's losing 50 pounds, 100 pounds. Even my friend Jean has lost 190 pounds.
Has she lost that much?
She has. When I first met her, she was heavy, and still the same amazing person. Yeah. So imagine, I'm listening to all this, and I know I'm feeling better and my markers are getting better, but still my number one thing I wanted to do was lose the weight. Mm-hmm. So I finally decided, okay, Linda, you're doing everything that would be right. So you've got to figure out what it is about you. And I kept hearing this word called insulin resistant, but I didn't know what the heck they were talking about, because I kind of halfway listen to the stuff and just get enough to be dangerous without getting the real details. So I started researching and looking, and Dr. Boz has a program called the 21-Day Challenge. Mm-hmm. And I thought, I'm going to do this. I looked at it last year and didn't do it. So I paid the $2,000, jumped into her program. And every morning, early in the morning, before the day starts, she would have a video and teach us about your body. And the main thing I learned was, sometimes you're so insulin resistant because we've eaten so many seed oils and so many of the wrong processed stuff for so long that your body doesn't know how to burn its own fat for fuel. And you add that on top of the fact that genetically, my doctor kept telling me that I have a gene that that I have to stress to get my body to burn fat for fuel. So I had those two things in my mind. So I thought, well, I'm going to try what she says and see. And so based on her lectures, you really learn that honestly, you do have to get your body to where it is back to burning your own fat for fuel. And
Mm.
it wants to burn glucose, right? And even though I wasn't putting glucose in my body, even too much protein can raise your glucose. So beautiful
Mm.
thing that we learned in her program is she has a formula of where you take your insulin and divide it by your ketones. So every morning I prick my finger and I get my glucose, and then I take my whatever my ketone, because I stick my finger and get a different strip and do ketones. You can also do urine strips, but this is better. You divide it by that one. If that number is more than 100, you are insulin resistant, meaning I don't care what you do, the odds are you're probably, if you do lose weight, you'll probably gain it right back, or you may not lose any at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I did the last 21 days with her program. And one of the first things she has you do is really get connected with your why. And it's funny because I would have said 10 years ago, I just want to lose weight. I just want to lose weight. But this time I noticed I put, I want to get rid of inflammation, because every
Yeah.
major disease starts with inflammation. If you've got too
Yeah.
much inflammation in your body, it's just a matter of time before you get one of the major diseases.
Yeah.
I also want to protect my energy. So I put, I want to keep my energy high. I want to control my ADHD because it's better if my brain is functioning well. And then I said carb addiction, because if I'm not the kind of person that can eat one cookie, I eat a whole bag.
Yeah.
And brain fog. I want to protect my brain, because they say that there is a certain type of dementia that is a third level of diabetes. And so and a person doesn't have to be heavy. I mean, you could be a skinny
Right.
person and have all this inflammation and stuff. So it really was an eye opener to me. And sure enough, I had been stuck at probably 161 for about, I don't know, since I'd gone carnivore. I've been much heavier, but I've slowly over the years just tried
Yeah.
everything in the world. But I was stuck around 161, 162. And I did her program for 21 days. And I pricked my finger every morning, got my glucose, got my ketones. And her thing is, you got to keep your carbs below 20. And then you got to include some certain things that shock your body and stress your body into burn more ketones. So I did a 3-day sardine fast. God
Oh,
help
that's
me.
right. Yes, I forgot
Oh,
about that.
Lord help me. Yes, it was rough. I'm not gonna lie, it was rough. Well, it was rough because my digestive system is still not good, so I had so much heartburn with those stupid sardines
Oh,
that the heartburn was worse than the sardines.
oh, that's how mine would be. I would have the heartburn.
Anyway, so I did that for 3 days, and my ketones, I had never been able to burn ketones. My ketones went up to 6, and my blood level glucose went down to 51. This is while I was
See,
in a
I've
diet.
never tracked my ketones. Like, I'm getting ready to order this on Amazon. What are they supposed to be?
Okay, so
Is it like based on age and stuff, or no?
no. It has nothing to do with that. Ketones are what they use now a lot for mental health. So if no
Okay.
other reason, if you don't need to lose weight, do it for your brain, because
Yeah.
they're learning and studying so much more about how ketones really make your brain sharper. So here's what people say. 0.5 technically means you're burning ketones. And I did learn mine went up to 6 when I did the sardine fast, but that's not any better than a 2 or maybe even a 1. So but she says for you to be in autophagy and to be making new mitochondria, which is what we all should want to do,
Right.
that Bos ratio has to be preferably, it needs to be below 100, but preferably 40 or less. Like if she's got a cancer patient, she actually puts them at 20 or less, meaning their ketones have to be high and their blood sugar has to be real low. Because if
Oh,
your
the
blood
blood
sugar,
sugar has to be at 40 or less.
no, this Bos ratio where you take your glucose
Oh,
number
and
and
divide it by
divide.
ketones.
Yeah. So it's a beautiful, I mean, I'll never not track mine anymore. I mean, I learned so much. So anybody out there, it's worth the $2,000. If you've struggled and struggled and struggled and struggled, do her 21-day program. She has a brain one that's coming up at the end of the year, and I'm going to do that one too.
Wow. Oh, wow. Yeah, I
I'm
would
going to
love
do
to do
that one too. But anyway, It's pretty powerful what you learn, and it really makes you I went, there we go. And so sure enough, I got on the scale this morning. I was like 154. That's like, I don't even know how many pounds, 6 pounds or something.
Wow.
And, and it, and it's just the learning to regulate your blood sugar and your ketones. And
Wow.
I just, and here's the thing, I was learning, I was eating pretty good, but I was probably eating a little too much protein and too late in the day. So one of the
Mm.
things that he suggested I do is move my eating
Up. Yeah.
up to, I mean, I was already eating no later than about 5 or 6, but I'm now moving it up to like 3. I'm really with the geriatric people eating, but I'm going to try that for a little bit and see if that
Yeah.
helps. And then I also learned like just a little bit of stuff what I was doing late at night, like my calm drink. It was bumping
Oh.
me my glucose back up to over
Oh.
100 in the
Oh.
morning.
Wow. I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
So there's just so many things, but to me, it was probably the most powerful information anybody's ever taught me that I
Wow.
now have in my toolbox. And anybody who's struggling, whether you're struggling with Hashimoto's, inflammation,
Yeah.
all of those things, this to me is the kind of the key piece that I've never dug in deep enough to understand the importance of it. But now more than ever, I just want the ketones to be high because I want my brain to stay as good as I possibly can.
So what number are you trying to keep your ketones in?
Ketones, actually, if I keep my blood sugar low, then I think it takes, like this morning, mine was off a little bit because Valentine's, we went to Nordstrom's and I ate those chicken
Yeah.
lime tacos,
Yeah.
but I didn't eat after 3.
Yeah.
What's really frustrating is Jimmy had these, oh my God, did I tell you about those the drizzleicious things? Sorry, squirrel.
No.
They're like little rice cakes that are lemon flavored. Oh my God, they're so addicting. But they don't have a ton of sugar, but you can't stop
Yeah.
eating them, so that's the problem.
Yeah.
But Jimmy had some of those after we got home yesterday from North. His glucose was 1.1 today. Mine was 0.3. I'm like, dang it, I have
Oh.
53 and mine was, so you see, but the more insulin resistant you are, the more your body doesn't know how to go burn ketones yet.
Yeah, that
So I'm
makes
gonna have to
sense.
keep working with it. So what I'll probably do is once a week, I'll do probably a 48-hour fast
Yeah.
until I get my body trained I definitely probably won't do the sardine one again for a while,
What
but
did the sardines do? That was
oh
what
gosh,
shocked it.
they're high in fat and they're high in
Yeah.
nutrients. I don't know. My body responded super well to them. Now, when I did the water fast the next week, which we had to do, my ketones only went to like maybe 2.1 or I can't even remember 2.1 or something. So they weren't as high, but it doesn't have to be as high. You
How
just got
long
to figure.
was the water fast?
We were supposed to do 3 days. I got to Mo's house after about 50 something hours. I stopped. I could have gone on. I should have, but I didn't. So we were at Mo's and Jason had fixed us this amazing dinner. I'm like, yeah, I'm eating. Uh, but 48 hours, start at 48. And if you can do a 72-hour fast ever so often, it'll help your body remember to burn ketones and to burn your own fat. And they say, my panic was, I'm trying so hard to keep my proteins up
Yeah.
that how am I going to get my proteins up and do this? But and I think it was another doctor or maybe her that said there's so much protein in the fat that you have that you'll be
Mm.
okay for a while. Because that was
Oh, that
the other
makes sense.
my other longevity doctor was, Linda, don't let your protein get too low because we don't want you to, not be burnt, building muscles. But I think, until I can train my body to burn its ketones, I think I'll be fine. And I'm still eating protein, I'm just not eating as much as I was. I was eating 130 grams a day.
So like
And
now today, if you were gonna have a perfect day, what would you eat today?
well, it's because still on the fast this week. I'm still trying to get my body to shocked
Okay.
into burning the ketones. And they say when you come off the fast, you should do things like bone broth,
Right.
eggs, something. I never do that. I like dive first face
Mexican.
first, Mexican or something. But I'm not going to do that anymore. I mean, I don't really do that as much as I used to. But
Yeah.
so I would probably break it with like some bone broth and
Yeah.
eggs, and then the next day I'd go right back into steak and eggs, what I
Yeah.
usually eat. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I had this morning.
So
Steak and eggs.
but I mean, if anybody out there struggling, I would so recommend start listening to Dr. Boz on YouTube, and then
Mm.
bite the bullet. I mean, what it taught me is well worth the $2,000 I spent to do
Yeah,
it.
it sounds like it. I'm trying to think. I think maybe it's one of our listeners and my friend Maria who said she had really, really high inflammation. She could not get her inflammation down. So we'll have to make sure that I send her this one, or I'm sure she never misses an episode, so she'll listen to it. But our doctor says if there's one thing you don't want, it's inflammation. Like you have to do we do everything possible to keep our inflammation down.
And if your inflammation's high, you're not going to lose weight. You're not going to, you're not going to be as sharp in the brain. You're not going to be as energetic as you could be. So I would just, for everybody, just go give yourself the test, prick your finger, get a Keto Mojo, get the one that has Bluetooth abilities, because you can actually put a group together. My group is staying together, even though the 21-day challenge is, and every evening not every evening, but Monday evenings. Oh no, every golly, I don't know if I can do that every evening, but some evenings when you can, our group is still going to get together. And Keto Mojo has a way that you can sign in as a physician group, and you can upload your numbers, and they'll go on a graph, so everybody can see everybody's numbers.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but I would say get a Keto Mojo, get the one that has Bluetooth ability. I think it's a GK Plus. Yeah. Get the strips for your ketones and your blood glucose, and then just divide your number just to see, just for fun. I mean, mine started out, it was like 1,000.
Gosh, I'll have to get mine and text you. I won't have a clue. I'll be mine. Who knows what mine is? I mean, I've done those glucose monitors or, and stuff, all that before. I think that's what that was on your arm. Isn't that what that is?
Yeah. I still have that on too, but I still go ahead and prick my finger just every morning. They pretty much match though. Which I'm going to get Ian from Canada to bring me. They actually have one now for ketones that you can get. Yeah. And I'm going to speak for his office tomorrow. So I'm going to ask him, can you bring me one of those from Canada? Because I can't get them in the US.
I love it. Canada does have, I feel like, healthier stuff than we do.
Yeah. And I've got a whole list of stuff I'm going to get when I go to London too.
Oh, yeah, that's right. No, and I think we missed it. I wanted to so bad.
Really, somebody's going to back out last minute.
I know. Do you know when it is? Do you remember when it is?
November 2nd through the 7th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really wanted to do that. Oh, and hey, shoot, that reminded me, we don't necessarily have to talk about this on the podcast, but the Dominican Republic mission trip, I talked to Jen this morning at church, and she actually said if you could fly in a day late, and her driver could come to the airport and stuff. So I'll send it to you again.
I think I might need to leave a day early. How long does it take to get there?
She said either way, that the driver is just for us for the whole week. So wherever we are, they could take you or pick you up or whatever.
Okay. September what?
It is September. And yes, if anybody, let's air this. If anybody is listening and would like to go on a mission trip, there's still, I think, about, 5 or 6 spots left. It's September the 9th through the 14th. Leave on the 9th, come back on the 14th.
Okay, so I'd probably have to come back on the well, I could just go there a day late. I'd probably come back on the 13th. How long a flight is that? And is it same time zone or different time zone?
I think it's same time zone, and it's not bad. I mean, from Atlanta, it's like 3 hours or something. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad.
I have to get to San Diego on the 14th, but I could figure that out.
Well, you'd actually probably be closer, or maybe not. I don't know. I'm not good with geography, but we'll have to look it up.
We won't even go there. All right. So anyway, just wanted to share that because I found it so insightful and really helpful to me to finally have that kind of missing piece and to be able to now control brain fog and all the things that I hate struggling with.
So many of my friends in my small group who are like perimenopause, is that the right word? The one before menopause, are all having like massive brain fog. Like it's like been the top of our topic. Now wait, I can't find Dr. Boz, B-O-Z. B-O-Z.
B-O-Z.
Is it, you said it's a lady?
Yeah.
Shoot, all the ones on Instagram. Oh, no. I found her. She's at the top. Here she is. Yeah. Dr. Boz, Annette
Bosworth.
Bosworth.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Perfect. I'm following her now. Okay. Oh, wow. She has one that just went wild on Instagram.
She had about 200 people in her 21-day challenge, but then we get into groups of like 10 or 11 with 2 coaches. And you have calls in the evening I picked the evening time because I have to work so much that I didn't trust myself during the day. But yeah, you can pick a time that works.
Yeah, her thing says reverse medical problems with healthy keto living.
Yep. Yep.
So
It
wait,
was powerful.
is she for, like, does she believe in Ozempic and Manjaro and all that, or no? She think
Well,
that
it's
knocks
funny.
her out?
No, yes, she does.
Okay.
And here's the thing. There was a program that you could do afterwards, which, I couldn't do, but she she has two nurses that'll work with you, and they will give you. You can get through her small doses of tirzepatide
Oh yeah,
because
right?
she believes in microdosing. I don't know how much
Oh,
microdosing is,
yeah.
but she will continue to work with people, and they will get a letter at the end to take back to their doctor because a lot of these people have been struggling so much with their medical stuff. Like there was a lady that had fatty liver. There was a lady that had cancer. I mean, some of these people. I mean, I'm just in there because I don't want
Yeah,
brain
I
fog,
wanna be healthy,
you
yeah.
know. But I don't want any of those diseases either.
No, I know
The,
exactly what you mean.
the lady that had fatty liver, she has two brothers that are doctors in some other country, and they both have lost their limbs, and they're doctors.
Wow.
So,
That's
so I
scary.
think, yeah, I think if we want to head off any of the major diseases that we get, we got to control the inflammation. And the best way to control inflammation is your glucose low and your ketones high.
Yeah, makes sense. Oh wow. Well,
So,
I'm about to go spiral down her stuff right now, so I'll text you, I'm sure.
okay, well, be sure and send me your numbers too. I can't wait
I
to see what
will.
you're
Oh yeah, I will.
awesome. All right. Well, remember, if you have not hit the subscribe button, please go ahead and do that for us now. Pass this podcast along to anybody that you think would benefit from our conversations. And remember, if you have a challenge, a question, a problem that you want our help with, or you just have a guest that you'd like to see on our podcast, be sure and reach out to us at info@everythinglifeandrealestate. Dana, I'll see you next time.
Sounds good. See you then.